All right, guys, welcome to Piff Radio's interview with special guest Blue Pillar 44 in the building. I am your girl Shay Speaks Life. I got a dope panel tonight with this special interview. We are live on Facebook. We live on YouTube. We lit tonight this Saturday, all right? It is Scorpio season. We got a special Scorpio in the building. We got my crew in the building, DJ Rob OG, that be on the ones and twos and anything. We got Javier the Pilots.
Yeah, we in the building. You know the vibes, man.
All right, and then we got a special guest interviewer, Chucki Love, in the building.
Oh, y'all got sound effects. But we ain't have sound effects at the stage. I like this. I like this.
You stupid.
Shout out to DJ Rob. And what up, Javi? What's going on, Blue? Good to see you.
Peace.
Yes. Super excited. Welcome to the show. We're gonna definitely go ahead and get into it. Okay, I see you, JPit at YouTube. Okay, perfect. All right. So for our audience out here that's on Facebook, that's on YouTube, that will be listening on piffradio.com. Who is Blue Pillar 44? Who are you, man?
Peace, love, and light. I'm one half of the Twin Pillars. Me and my twin brother Red Pill have been in the conscious community for over 20 years. We're researchers, we're journalists, content creators, entrepreneurs, and the big homies. We the young OGs, we've been here. I've been around information and consciousness like literally all of my life. At the age of 5, my mother met a man named Dr. Sabi in St. Croix and became his apprentice. And I've been under that particular tutelage of just seeing miraculous things, paradigm shifting, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The stuff that they say is we can't do this or that's not being done. They started healing AIDS and all other diseases. I think around the time I was like, not right around that time, but me like becoming cognizant of it, they came to Brooklyn with that. We was like 11 or 12, and they started knocking down, those cases. And Sabi was arrested by the state of New York, him and my mother and his other wife, a lady named Ma'a. And that's a world famous case that Nick Cannon is making a documentary about.
Right.
So I came up in that environment, and by the time, I got into my 20s and was finished with the street life, and we got back to the information. We started setting the foundation and laying the bricks for what we call the conscious community today. The latest iteration of it, which was mainly based on a youth culture, hip hop. You feel me? And here we are today. You know what I'm saying? And it's been a lot, from that period until now. But I think we're still defining, you know what I'm saying, what our actual role or contribution is, because it's just a lot of things that we do.
And so, with that being said, and shout out to another special guest interviewer I have on the panel, Hip Hop Heru. What it do?
Hey, what it do, man? Peace and blessings. What's going on, fam? What's going on, Blue?
Peace.
So, everybody, what's going on with it?
What's going on?
I mean, I'm always only a female on a panel full of dudes. Like, what? Always this, man.
I mean, this your panel. You should invite people.
I mean, you invited everybody.
It's your show. Your show today, Shay.
You a Scorpio, you can handle it.
You got all the shows, Jay.
That's a fact. You heard what he said? You a Scorpio, you can handle it. Who better else?
Facts.
All right, for
right.
sure. And so tell us a little bit, you said you were a young age in Brooklyn. So where are you from?
From Brooklyn.
You're from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I mean, I was born in the Bronx, but I moved to Brooklyn. I was born in the Bronx. We moved to Harlem at some age, like 3 or something like that. Then at 5, she took us to St. Croix, and then we was in St. Croix with Sabi for about 5 years, and then I came to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And I was there for the majority. For the most part of my life, I was in Brooklyn. Between Brooklyn and Harlem, because we hustled in Harlem, and we cut our teeth uptown. So a lot of people swear that we from Harlem, but that's where I was just doing my work at. I always lived in Brooklyn.
So when you say that, because that lifestyle is different though, right?
Now I'm in the A. Yeah, I'm down south.
Hey, y'all know what it is?
Yeah.
See, I was in Lithonia, right? And I went across the street, and I was in Stone Mountain. You know what I mean? Panola Road, you know what I'm saying? Redan Road, Covenant Highway. I was always on the east side. Yeah. That's how it sound like to us, man. Like I get it. Like
it's kind of the same.
I wonder how
kind of the same.
I wonder how much more different. Imagine if you grew up in the South, you know what I mean? Or let's say one of us who grew up in the South. What if we grew up north? I wonder how much different we would see the world, or we would interact with it. You know what I mean? Just because our point of views might be different, the way we, you know.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a difference?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. We are exposed to a different variant of the colonizer based on our proximity to him. In New York, he's totally different than he is in the South. You know what I'm saying? He's liberal. He wears a whole different type of mask.
Democratic.
You know what I'm saying? It's democratic. It's a blue state. You know, you don't necessarily see rednecks. You know what I mean? But you feel the pressure and the crunch of, you know what I'm saying, of oppression and capitalism. You know what I'm saying? You see the false promises. It's more of a smack in the face than anything, because they really attempt to go along to get along, and then you got access.
Yes,
the program is right there. You know what I'm saying? And the mechanisms that operate and run the program are right there. It's the financial center. You know what I'm saying? So you get 40 seconds. You know, you get to see and touch all of these things. You know, you get so close to it, but you so far from it. I think in the South, there's a agreeable distance where they never even let you near the power, so you don't even think that you can attain it. The shit is totally hidden. It's on the outer skirts.
Yeah,
you know,
y'all seeing it, y'all get the downloads.
Like, you know, they ain't even got to tell you like, oh, you know, this ain't yours, because it's like you
we already know it ain't. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, when I'm in LA, you can tell there's a different feel to way people respond to even us. Even like if I was I met black people in LA who were totally disconnected from being black. You know what I mean? To me, from Atlanta, I'd never seen that before, and I think even more so being from Stone Mountain, where you know the KKK was resurrected. We see them like that ain't nothing. They still march every year. They got their annual rally,
and
we know that,
right? Yeah, you never see nothing like that in New York ever.
We see that all the time,
right?
You see that Confederate flag in that bald head in that truck. This one of them.
It's the home, yet and still it's the home of the global cabal.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's the home of the global cabal that don't even include the Klan. This is a whole nother, you know what I'm saying, colonization, oppressive type of system. It is the empire state. So in New York, you are very much Roman and proud of it. You wear it like your cape because, you know, we became little Romans, and we went all throughout the eastern, you know, seaboard, knocking off smaller provinces like they would do in Rome, right? With crack, right? Who's the man in this town? You knock the nigga off and you take his queen, right? And you set up shop. Some real Romanistic shit.
Sounded real Augustus to me.
And make music of him, you know, build a whole industry around it.
Yeah, and we out here floundering behind
it. Your manifest destiny. And then the colonizers fund it. They're like, I love your little Roman antics. You know what I'm saying? You guys are impressive. Y'all do this Roman shit better than we do.
Now, Indians, niggas, go over there. As a matter of fact, we're going to kill you, get you sick, and then move the rest of y'all over there.
Right. So
now manifest your destiny. And then we going to cry on the Trail of Tears. They're going to cry when they get on the other side of the country until they find gold and then start prospering. And then you got to go get that too. Yeah.
Think about that. Yeah. You know, I was just doing research for a documentary that we did with Tariq Nasheed earlier this week.
Shout out.
It was called American Maroons. And you know, I had to research Georgia real heavy because we were talking about the Seminoles and we were talking about the Carolinas.
Cherokee.
And you have to understand that Georgia was a buffer zone, right? The European colonizer, when he snatched Georgia, Georgia was a buffer zone because he was getting washed up by the Seminoles out in the Mississippians and the family out of Florida. So, you know, Georgia was that middle ground until they found gold in Georgia. So they found gold in the North Georgia in the hills. And this is what you do with Trail of Tears. They passed the Indian Removal Act because they wanted to get to the gold. Right. But then they ran people off of the land that had gold and they ran them to an oil-rich land in Oklahoma. So I'm like, shit, the only thing is missing is diamonds, but the people were the diamonds.
Right.
You feel me? Right. Case in point, right? And I ask people to ask themselves this.
To this day,
right? They told you this with a straight face. Yo, we ran some Indians out of North Carolina, in Tennessee, in Georgia, and we called them Cherokees, and they said, oh, they had slaves. They had to walk from there to Oklahoma bare feet, right? Then they're trying to convince you those same people turned around and utilized 40 acres to create, which arguably was the strongest financial community in the face of America to this day. There has never been a community, I don't think, according to what they say, that can rival Black Wall Street.
Right.
But how can these men and women who they say was ex-slaves turn around and become master doctors,
they was already
lawyers,
they was already
right? What school did they go to? You had a degree to do that? How you became a doctor? How you became a lawyer? How you built your own hospital? How you had your own airport?
Yeah, they was going overseas becoming doctors.
But if what they say is true, then these are the greatest American heroes that ever existed, and they deserve monuments. They deserve statues built to them. They deserve to be on a piece of currency because nobody did America like they did.
Yeah.
If what you telling me is true, that in a lifetime these people went from barefoot slaves to turn around and become masters of industry, right? These people was millionaires. You feel me? And yeah, like somebody's not telling the truth, or if they are, we're not hearing the entire story. You feel me? So that's the type of people who we come from. That Mississippian culture.
That's what I said.
That indigenous Mississippian culture.
That's some of the oldest land, bro.
That's the oldest land in this country, and those people
migrated across
this country. Yes, and they respond. So anytime you hear Chi-Town, that's Mississippi.
Yeah.
Anytime you hear LA, that's Mississippi.
The Mississippi River is what the whole that's before I be talking about that shit. Like that's before we had cars, before we had
all that
highways, before we had anything. The Mississippi River, all the way up through St. Louis and Oklahoma and all that shit. That was the goddamn shit. And New Orleans and Louisiana had that.
Anytime you hear about niggas busting in St. Louis, that's Mississippi. Anytime you hear about niggas busting in New York, that's Mississippi.
Wow.
Right? All of that came from that region. All of them people came from that region and migrated out into this country and did miraculous things to this day.
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope. I definitely. That's Mississippi. That's Mississippi.
Nah, Mississippi. Yeah, all that shit. That's before the Louisiana Purchase and all that shit.
What do you feel about, down here we have the new Black Wall Street down at Stonecrest here. Are you familiar?
I absolutely am. I haven't pulled up.
Nigga, I'm here and I don't know, maybe because I'm in Duluth. Tell me about this Black Wall Street. And so what?
Yeah, Jay keeps talking about it, the Black Wall Street.
What?
You don't know about the Black Wall Street?
I've been around the Asians, man. In part.
You know what? That's
let me know.
What? You get on my nerves.
Have you got it yet?
Yeah.
I have not gone yet. The hours have just started to come up from November 12th to a regular schedule now. So it just opened up a regular schedule from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. So the Black Wall Street, has opened up this year in Stonecrest with about 100 retailers, 100 plus a food court as well. And so this is opening up this year on the anniversary. They were trying to pin it all the way down to the anniversary of the Tulsa massacre, because this is the 100-year anniversary.
100th anniversary.
So that they did plan on opening it up. And it's offering opportunities for us to be able to barter, if you will, right? Have our businesses set up how we were at one point. Back in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So it opened up this month down here in Stonecrest, not too far from the mall. I haven't gone, but I'm definitely ready to go. What do you feel about that? Think it's a good move? Do you think that's a good move that maybe that would encourage? I mean, we down here in Atlanta, so
it's absolutely a dope move. You know what I'm saying? Especially in a city like Atlanta, with so many entrepreneurs and black businesses, and also black patrons and foot traffic. I think that we're really going to see the efficacy of it, during holiday seasons.
Right.
When those retailers really speak about the windfall, somewhere that's centralized that our people can find black business. I think that's gonna work wonders in the city of Atlanta.
You don't think they're gonna try to bomb it or do nothing like how they did back in the days, right? No. Is that real? You know what I'm saying? Can y'all see that happening?
Everything's possible with Whitey.
Everything's possible.
Fuck all that day shit. I hate all that day. To my day. We they. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. Again, there's different stories or what have you, and reasons that people explain away Black Wall Street. One thing that they never said, which was explained to me by some elders, is that the melanated people were getting ready to sell oil to Europe, and it was grossly undercutting what Standard Oil and the other oil magnates were selling their oil for. So it was always bigger than they have you think, and they're never gonna again frame the narrative to have us see our people, that were operating, doing international business with a commodity such as oil. They never speak of. They say that the dude that helped found it was oil rich, but they never speak about it. They never like oil rich. He was in the oil game at the same time the Rockefeller was. Like, why would you run somebody off of one land to put them on another piece of land that got oil on it? Like, that shit don't make no sense.
Right.
They was sending them to allegedly barren land, but this land was oil rich. So our people was moving. Again, how you think that they was touching M's? It wasn't just circulating funds. It was oil rich.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't think that they're gonna bomb them all. You know what I'm saying? I think that they could care less about us circulating our dollars, especially at this level. You feel me? They got China and Russia to really contend with on the financial side of things. We are not that. We're not that issue. We are consummate consumers. The day that we stop buying shit, that's when they're gonna start bombing us.
Yeah.
That's the case.
So when we stop buying, then boycotting and all that, right? Well, boycotting. You know what I'm saying? So if we were to actually have the discipline to really, actually boycott, then that's when the violence would ensue. Okay. Interesting. So is that why we don't boycott like we supposed to? Nah,
right.
you gotta keep.
I would say boycott probably wouldn't even work.
Right.
Yeah,
in this age,
again, case in point, right? Because it always happens around this time.
Right.
And I know it because I feel it and I remember it happening the same way around this time. Something always happens. There's a smack in the face of melanated people, and they be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe!" And then Thanksgiving come around, and niggas be jam packed inside of their houses, and in America be like, "Oh, I thought we had a problem." You know what I'm saying? Glad to see that we don't. Let me get back to what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's fake nigga outrage, and shit, you had my attention for a minute. But as long as you participate in their traditional folk holidays, they don't got nothing to worry about. They like these niggas. That's how you pledge allegiance. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas ain't finna get Black Friday and Christmas. It's finna come up. My girl want to get a tree right now.
Thanksgiving or Black Friday. They're not finna cancel Christmas, so we don't have nothing to worry about. They just gonna blow their top, and they're gonna find something else to complain about come Monday morning. They'll find something else, trust me.
But hey, have you heard this about the holidays, the your Black Fridays and Christmas sales? All that really is what they say is really old inventory. A lot of the the businesses want to get rid of, so they hype the people up to make you feel like you getting the deal. Have you heard anything like that?
That's what Black Friday is that when companies come out of the red and they go into the black. And the only way that you can do that is by moving inventory. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, any smart businessman is going to say, I'm going to slash this old shit and have you think, right, that you're getting a deal and you're going to buy it up.
Right.
I mean, it's business 101. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's going to be interesting this year because they have inventory shortages based on the supply chain issues.
Right.
So they're really going to be gauging.
Yeah.
They're going to be gauging to see.
Everything is like Jordan. It's like buying Jordans now. It's like exclusivity. Like it's going to like if you want to buy your mama that air fryer this year, you got to get that shit off StockX or something. You know what I'm saying? Like the air fryer gonna be on StockX.
Air fryer is
like
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like the air fryer gonna be like 300. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they're gonna see what it's hitting for. They're gonna
see what they can afford.
Let's see how good the system really. Let's see how hungry these niggas really are.
They gonna sell out. Whatever they got, they gonna sell out.
Whatever they got, they gonna sell out. And it's already inflated, so it's hyped. So they selling like 2 times. They selling, one thing is gonna sell. It's gonna itemize for almost 2 times that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And they like, look, niggas still bought it. We really don't got nothing to worry about.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
So I have a question. And these are from, and I have the questions are from fans, right? Who watch you, who follow you,
Mm-hmm.
And I told them, I'm interviewing them. Oh my gosh, can you ask this question? Can you ask this? So, all right. So one of the questions they asked were, how does
white people real?
Are they real?
Not with them tails. I'm
crying.
Are they real? I mean,
yes, they are.
They are? Okay.
I got sponsors, man. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
You stupid. Once I got sponsors, I'm playing. I don't want them problems. Please. Okay. So what okay, how do you feel about the vaccine? How it will impact the people?
Hey. Can you say that online?
Don't say that, man. Don't say that word, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we can't say
it's
that?
on YouTube.
I say that shit on nothing.
Yeah, don't say it on nothing.
Don't say it on nothing. Oh shit.
You'll
what you say?
Program marginalized.
I said the V word. I can't say that. I can't say that. Okay.
We call it the Jabbington.
Jabbing. Okay, the Jabbington. Okay, who got the Jabbington 1 to 5 years now? 1 to 5 years from now, what do you think the effects or the impact will be coming up?
My asshole won't explode.
Hey everybody, how you doing, man?
It's gonna be the offspring. It's not gonna be us. It's gonna be the offspring.
Yeah, and it's funny. I did have a dream the other day of that same thing. It was showing me like the incubation period. It was a baby. It was like in the gestation period, and it was going through some hella critical shit because this alien DNA was binding.
Modifications.
Yeah, it was going through modifications.
Yeah.
And it was just being born totally different. But I do feel in about 2 or 3 years that it's going to be a situation where the people's immune systems are just no longer operable, and they're going to be susceptible to almost everything.
Especially if you got to get a booster. You got to get a booster every 6 months.
I'm already vaccinated.
They're going to get past the booster thing and just be like, you just got to become like cyborgish. Like you're gonna have to put some of this machinery in you to protect you.
A Neuralink.
They might hit somebody with a pacemaker now, but you got some machinery in you. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's true.
So they're gonna have build them. I envision that they're gonna build them an artificial immune system.
An artificial immune system.
Yeah, because really, technically, with the mRNA. The way they make the vaccine, it's just a copy and paste. It's like us going on GitHub, like trying to make some, we want to use some source code to make a app, make a coin or something. It's like a smart contract, you know what I'm saying? It's like some GitHub is code, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So pretty much they just copying and pasting that shit. So if that shit is really the method that works for that, then technically that they should be able to cure every single disease. They can copy and paste the AIDS. They can copy and paste. It's all mRNA.
I mean, but it don't work.
He keeps mentioning these deoxyribonucleic acids, and it's really cool. I like to hear him say mRNA. We're not talking about people who have used that.
You know what I'm saying? They coming with the herpes cure next. They coming with all the cures next. We got all this mRNA, everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but I mean, they have to be able to sell the effectiveness of this in order to sell the other ones.
Mm.
And they are unanimously saying that this shit don't work. So
what the fuck is he doing?
I mean, and we can laugh, but it's
right.
Hey,
like that shit don't work.
People volunteered for whatever reason. People got different reasons, and a lot of people signed up for this. You feel me? So
literally,
we affected either way. If we didn't or if we did, we still gonna be affected by it because a considerable amount of the population, of which consists of our family, friends, co-workers, and everything else, they did allow themselves to be experimented on, and there's gonna be a fallout, and it's gonna affect everybody.
Am I the only one on here that's been jabbed?
Probably.
Yeah.
That's my name.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of hot right now, man. Maybe that's my nano machines.
I just look.
Even
before COVID, you know what I'm saying. I don't share information like that. You know what I'm saying. The HIPAA laws. You know what I'm saying. Like you got to sign something to ask me or find out that kind of information. You know what I'm saying. I ain't just walk around here just sharing. You know what I'm saying? I follow my health app and shit. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, do you also read every ingredient in the over-the-counter drugs that you take, or when you're prescribed something?
I do. I be researching the hell out of that stuff. I look at the ingredients if I'm buying a seasoning.
You trust the ingredients just because what you read, is necessarily what's in the ingredient.
Nah, most of the stuff.
I remember Coca-Cola was putting Coke in the Coke products before they announced that they was doing it. So people were consuming Coke and didn't even know it at one point in time in history. So,
but Coke was good back then. Coke was good back then.
So it ain't good now?
I'm just saying I don't know.
No,
it ain't bad. I don't think it ain't good. But I'm just saying back then I don't know. It was new. They ain't know no better. It was new. Like we didn't see the effects of it. Like
new Coke, different from the old Coke, and Coke
but it was part of the formula, So
let me ask you,
we don't know like when certain ingredients and certain recipes, people they don't disclose every detail, for how they make the product.
They got
you don't know what we're getting.
They got secret ingredients.
That's why you got the homemade. You got your homemade shit. Then you got some, you know what I'm saying? Some shit you just, you know what I'm saying? Some fast food.
Don't stop talking now, Shay, because you didn't move to the front. I just wanted to see what you were going to do if I moved your ass to the front. Look, though, real quick.
It's just doing faces.
Yeah, it's just like, why you put me up here at the front? Why you do that? I just want to see the tooth. Let me see the tooth. Let me see it. You got that tooth shot. That's that artificial.
Ooh. You hate it because I went from not having none to having one of the best smiles you can have.
Yeah, got the teeth.
Nah, you got that from a donor. That's a real tooth. Like, you know what I mean? When you get that card check, like if you get that, you know what I'm saying, that organ donor shit on your card. Water damn tooth.
I ain't even mad no more because you know what? It's in here well. It's set where it looked great.
It's like he just passed. That
tooth is better than y'all's now.
Yeah, passed away.
My teeth
like he just passed away 20 minutes ago. My teeth just passed 20 minutes ago. We're gonna get the tooth too.
Okay. Tell him to do this. Tell him to do this.
You stupid.
Nah, I'm just messing with you, man.
Do it. No, he on the big camera.
He on the big camera.
Oh, put me on the big camera.
So look, Blue Pill. I
want
to do
it. Do it. No, do it, cuz. He ain't gonna do it.
I got all my side teeth and shit. Nigga, what you talking about?
No,
He said, I got all my
showing
teeth.
teeth. Yo, it's an enemy out here showing teeth.
Right, showing teeth. So look,
as soon as we get Blue off the counter, right? This shit go
right. Let me put his ass back to because y'all don't act right. I see.
Y'all
You
right?
see how they do Blue?
That's how you feel. How you like?
Like-
I did that. You like I
They be
did that.
like,
That's funny.
oh, they be like, yeah, okay. So look, all right. Woo, man, that was funny. Okay, can you elaborate on you mentioned before, it must have been before previously, you know, that you said every rapper needs an astrologer.
Yes.
Can you explain that?
A rapper, you know, is initially aspiring, right, to attain a particular financial level to get him out of his situation, right?
Mm.
Regardless of what they're doing, even if they flipping big birds and what have you, oh, I need to go legit, you know what I'm saying? And let me clean my money up, let me create a path for my homies or what have you. So in essence, between rappers, athletes, and actors, they have the best ability, you know what I'm saying, to break out of whatever financial situation they may have been born into, right? They can defeat poverty, and sky's the limit, right? If the big homie became a billionaire, if Jay-Z did, and a lot of these people are following that particular trajectory, right? I'm gonna go from a dope boy to a rapper to a businessman. Cool. Billionaires have astrologers. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to imitate everything the white folks do for success, one of the main things that you need, because they don't do things random at that level, right? Their moves are calculated to a degree where they, even with their ego the way that it is, if we want to say that, right, they still go to somebody for advice. They still don't just roll the dice in the dark. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Their steps are measured, you feel me, and calculated, and what have you. And what I'm saying is that, like, the last 3 or 4 rappers that we seen get killed, when we look at their chart, it's all in their chart. I mean, every one of them, should we say, every one of them, we can qualify that, pull a chart up and be like, bing, 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 bing. But in particular, it's been strong on these particular artists. You know what I mean? That we like, oh no, that's a no-go, them days. So it's not just something that every rapper should get. We all should know, you know, what our no-fly days are.
Yeah,
Or our go hard days are.
like a forecast. It's a personal forecast.
Like it's a personal forecast, and it's like, if it's available to you, why not utilize it? I mean, because they telling me, they like, well, you know, because some people are shell shocked by religious indoctrination, and they say astrology, you know, they still talking about astrology is evil according to, you know, I'm like, fam, like, it's the same people telling me that numbers and numerology is evil. I'm like, they got a whole book in the Bible called Numbers, my nigga. Like, running them numbers in the Bible like there's no tomorrow. You feel me? So I'm like, if you telling me that these niggas can be open air Satanists and be pledging Illuminati and shit like that, you feel me? And you not motherfucking coming at them and pushing back at that, but you telling me if I suggest the fact that they should have an astrologist, right? Nigga, they got that shit in the back of the newspaper.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't advise nobody to follow that level of astrology with the horoscope, but I'm saying this is mainstream. This is something that we have always done. And I think that Black people in America might be the only people on the planet who don't use astrology. To this day. The only. And that's not even who we were, because our predecessors had to use astrology because what? They were farmers. So in order to know when the motherfucking harvest gonna hit, right? In order for Harriet to know when to make moves, she had to motherfucking know where the North Star was at.
Everything moved with that shit.
Our destiny is encroached upon the movement of them stars.
Facts.
The sundial.
Not just based on what she was doing, but the fact that this even country was founded by Benjamin Banneker, right? He figured out where
so
to set the cornerstone when they was making the layout for Washington, D.C. They had initially set it one place and it was incorrect. He came with the mathematics, him being a descendant of Dogons. He came with the correct mathematics. He reset it, right? And he put the cornerstone in the right place. And that cornerstone allowed them, right, Masonically to figure out how to line up Washington, D.C. so it astrologically align with the Sirius star system. Yeah. Now, they people ain't from Sirius. So who are they doing that from? That's where our folks is from. You know what I'm saying? So this country was already built with you in mind. Astrologically, you got a date with destiny. And they know that. It's part of their entire Masonic design. Is to usher you into your date with destiny.
They took that
to either keep you from it or to hold your hand and walk you into it. Because that's how they shit is split down the middle.
The whole way they did government, the whole way they even got the idea to even create the government the way they did was from the Indians in New York. What's the Indians in New York that was in Central Park?
With the Seneca,
right?
Yeah.
Like they took their whole game. They took their whole sauce and they
took their sauce like this. They took their sauce, but really like the Iroquois Confederacy is where they got
the Iroquois.
How to lay out, contracts and declarations and all of this stuff. They stole everything. You know what I'm saying?
They stole that sauce.
I heard about the story about that small village in Central Park.
Seneca, or as Kaba says, Senegal village,
And they came up, they were smart as hell. They had money, they were more affluent than a lot of like Manhattan at the time or whatever other places. And they bombed them. They tore it up. They destroyed all the people that lived there.
They ran them out. Yeah, they ran them out of there. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up in that park. I was always attracted to the park. I didn't know all of that history initially. You know what I'm saying?
I just have to be up at like
it was just a park that I was just compelled to always want to be in, just immersed in that environment, climbing on those rocks. You know what I'm saying? And now I get it. It was really home.
Yeah.
Well, I already know the answer.
They say, "What's your zodiac sign?"
But I already know the answer. But for all the ones who don't know, this will actually be the last interview we're going to do.
I'm a Scorpio.
Yeah,
That needed
Thank God, Scorpio season's over.
Scorpio gang, okay?
Not yet. We ain't over yet.
It ain't over yet. It ain't over yet.
We still got one ticker left.
Right. She has that. Like, I already knew that.
One day. So look, we gotta ask you a question. What's Javi?
Okay. You want to ask okay, I got you. All right, so Blue Pill. So look, this right here is for humankind. And this is actually no joke. Like, I fist fight people over this question respectfully. Do you like pineapples on your pizza?
I used to, on Hawaiian pizza.
I've had a vegan pizza very recently, and there was pineapples on it, and that shit was different. I was like,
it's good.
I was like, pineapples might belong on pizza.
It's different, but it's cool, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I stopped eating ham though.
I feel like I was eating like the majority of my life. That I never had that option. You know what I'm saying?
I was told New Yorkers don't do pineapples on pizza. That's what Javi says. New Yorkers don't.
No, I'm saying that's not a New York thing. No.
Is that right?
There would never be for New York pizza. No. The way that they make New York pizza, pineapples wouldn't fit that. But I started this whole new vegan pizza movement where I've had these different pizzas in different places that rival New York pizza because they're totally different. You know what I mean? That they've been introducing a lot of new flavors. And I had some pineapple pizza recently, and I'm like, yo, this shit works for what it works for. Now, can I taste it on a greasy, cheesy New York pizza? I don't know.
Absolutely not.
Nah, that wouldn't work.
I mean, that's the way you said it sounded nasty, Blue. Like that shit sounded.
Yeah, that sounded really.
I mean,
when I used to eat pepperoni though,
hell yeah, that pepperoni pineapple be busting, boy.
Whoa, hold on.
Oh, see, I make pepperoni and pineapple.
I mix it together.
Like Hawaiian.
When I
It
used
could be
to eat
swine. Any kind of
That's
swine you
okay
can
now.
think of. Any
That's
kind of
too bad.
swine.
You said any kind of swine. Well, I haven't eaten swine in 6 years, but when I did, I had pepperoni.
Clap it up.
All right.
Clap it up.
Yay, 6 years, guys. No meat. Well, you know, it's other kind of meat.
Salute.
Because I like that other kind of meat. All right. So really quickly here, what are you, it is Scorpio season. Okay.
Once again.
So what are your social media handles and where can the audience find you?
On Instagram is at Blue Pillar 44. That's PILLAR, like a pillar. And you got to type the whole thing out because I got a lot of clone pages, and you'll never find my real page if you don't type it out. They like, if you looking for me on social media, you got to really look for me. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real. I be trying to tag you and shit. I can't even tag you.
I can't
find you, bro. I can't find you. I gotta
I'm on the hit list, yeah. So you can't tag me in nothing.
I'm on
everything, bro. You hard
to
find
me on Twitter under the same name, Blue Pillar 44. You could, my Gmail is bluepillar44@gmail.com. I'm on TikTok, I think.
You want to say something?
Blue Pillar 44. I'm not over there like that, but I'm on it. I know I'm on it.
I'm on there, so I definitely gotta.
I got some metaverse handles and stuff like that I'll be rolling out. You can find me in Decentraland and Sandbox and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm all in there. I'm all in there. I see you in there. I'm heavy in that crypto in the metaverse.
I'll be in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be question about the metaverse.
Yeah, I'll be in there more prominently.
What I have to do a second part for you too.
Tonight is I'm actually gonna need a Piff Radio drop from Chucki, from Blue, and from the other special guest.
Hip hop Heru.
Hip hop.
Okay, we're doing drops.
We're doing drops. Piff Radio.
Respectfully, we're definitely gonna Blue Pillar is gonna go last. So Chucki, you first, good sir.
Okay.
Well, what's going on, everybody? What's going on with it's your boy Chucki Love. Y'all can check me out. Y'all know who it is. I don't know what the hell you caught me on the spot, nigga. I'm drinking and shit. Hope you sure to watch this show.
Piff Radio.
Yeah, man. Check it out. Check out Piff Radio, man. We on StreamYard, YouTube, all that good stuff, man. I don't know.
Okay, so look, so what you gonna do?
Let me go next, man.
Let me go next.
Y'all can have me waiting last. Let me get it.
He was like,
He's like, I'm Floyd Mayweather. He's like, I'm Floyd Mayweather. I'm Floyd Mayweather.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I'm not taking a sip or shooting my shit, I'm listening to Piff Radio, smoking my split.
Hey, let's go!
He always one taking shit. He always
do be one taking it though.
He didn't say his name though, Blue. You ain't saying
your name, Blue.
Oh, I gotta do it over?
Yeah, one more time. You gotta say your name, Blue.
This brother Blue Pill, when I'm not taking a sip or smoking my spliff or talking my shit, I'm sitting back listening to Piff Radio.
There we go.
You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
That's all I'm talking about.
You know the vibes.
I gotta say it one time, Blue, because you're from New York. Can I get a year?
He did real year. Okay.
The energy is real. That's how you know the energy is real.
My country ass has no idea what that means, but
You didn't think it's battle rap. You're like,
yeah, I was just like,
Like, hey, I don't know what it means, but
it's like, Yo, turn my shit up.
Yeah. Well,
you didn't give us your drop real quick. You can get up out here.
All right. I'm just doing the Piff Radio shit right on my. Shout out all y'all. I'm supposed to shout out y'all out too.
No, you can use the drop.
I like
Hey, this is your boy Hip Hop Heru. You listening, tune in.
Yeah, this is your boy Hip Hop Heru, and I'm here with Angela DJ Yeet and Charlotte McGay. Hey, y'all got some crazy names. but nah, for real though. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I'm tapping in, you know what I'm saying, with some like-minded individuals to drop some knowledge and shit, man, and some gems. I'm with Piff Radio, and we smoking good Piff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Oh, you already know the vibes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, you know the vibes, man.
Yeah, fuck with Piff Radio all day.
For sure. And let me go ahead, as we close up, the owner and CEO of Piff Radio, J Pitt, is in the building. I just brought him up really quick before we close out.
No, Blue, I got one pillow. I mean, Blue, I got one pillow. RJ, you hear me?
He said, I'm definitely using that drop.
Yeah, I got one drop. Yo, Blue, can you follow me back on Clubhouse? Because I do a lot of big rooms on Clubhouse.
Yeah. On Clubhouse too. Damn, I left that out. I'm Blue.
Well, you got to mention Clubhouse, bro. You got to mention Clubhouse.
Oh yeah, I don't know why I be leaving them out, man.
I want to do my drop. I need to do my drop too. Shit. But yeah, hey, y'all went in the other day, Blue. Goddamn. When Dolph passed that day, man.
We didn't even get to talk about Dolph on the program.
Right. I was on that shit for so long, man. Like, all y'all was on that shit was like crazy.
In peace, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Dolph, man.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace for sure. Hey, I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Blue Pill, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I appreciate
you for having us.
Yeah. Appreciate having y'all on Piff Radio, man.
For sure. We gotta do it again, man. I appreciate you.
For sure. All right, man. Peace. It's been a pleasure. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll be back with another one next week.
Salute.
All right, y'all.
Hey, man, I know the vibes. Y'all tune in live with Piff Radio.
Hip Hop Paper on everything.
House.
Tap in with Piff Radio, man.
He came from the left. I shot him, but I didn't know because that nigga got off.
You stupid.
What?
That white boy beat them charges.
Yeah, he did get off though. You got. Let me end the broadcast because we still live.